Imagine the sun has disappeared, the last orange light fades behind the trees, and suddenly, the world changes. There are no streetlights, no houses, no flashlights, no locked doors, just endless darkness. You can barely see your own hands. Every sound feels closer than it really is. A branch snaps somewhere in the distance. Something growls. Leaves begin to rustle. Your heart starts racing because out there, something is awake. And the terrifying part, you are not the hunter anymore. You are the one being hunted. For ancient humans, night wasn't a time to relax. It wasn't for sleep, movies, or scrolling through a phone. Every sunset began a fight for survival that lasted until morning. But if the darkness was so dangerous, how did our ancestors survive it for hundreds of thousands of years? The answer is far stranger than most people imagine. Long before cities, before farming, and even before the first villages, humans lived in a world ruled by predators. Lions, hyenas, leopards, huge snakes, even giant owls that hunted in the dark. Most of these animals had something humans didn't. They could see, smell, or hear far better at night. That meant when the sun disappeared, humans instantly lost one of their greatest advantages: vision. Suddenly, they became slow, vulnerable, easy to surprise. Scientists studying modern hunter-gatherer groups believe ancient people rarely wandered far after dark unless they absolutely had to. The forest that felt familiar during the day became almost impossible to recognize. A path could disappear in seconds. A harmless shadow could hide a deadly predator. One wrong step, and there was no hospital waiting. But staying still created another problem. Night was cold, much colder than many people imagine. Even in warm regions, temperatures could fall sharply after sunset. Without thick clothing or insulated shelters, surviving until sunrise became another battle entirely. And this is where everything changed. At some point, our ancestors learned to control something no other animal ever truly mastered: fire. Not just finding it, keeping it alive. That single glowing flame transformed the night. It gave warmth. It scared away many predators. It let people see each other's faces after sunset. For the first time, darkness wasn't completely in control anymore. Archaeological evidence suggests humans were regularly using fire hundreds of thousands of years ago, although exactly when it became a daily part of life is still debated. But one thing is clear: fire changed what being human meant. Yet even a fire couldn't guarantee safety. Its light only reached a short distance. Beyond that circle, the darkness remained. Eyes could still be watching. Scientists have found that many predators naturally avoid flames, but hunger changes behavior. A desperate lion, a pack of hyenas, or a curious leopard. Sometimes fear loses against hunger. That's why ancient camps probably weren't peaceful places. People likely took turns staying awake. Someone had to feed the fire. Someone had to listen. Someone had to watch the darkness while everyone else tried to sleep. Imagine lying on the hard ground, your family beside you, the fire crackling softly. You close your eyes, but never completely. Every strange sound could mean danger. Every silence could be even worse. Because sometimes, the forest became quiet right before something attacked. But surviving wasn't the only thing happening around those fires. Something incredible may have been born there. Conversation. Think about it. During the day, everyone was busy finding food, making tools, collecting wood, or traveling. Night was different. The work slowed down. People gathered close together. Faces glowed in the firelight. Children listened. Older members remembered. Stories began. Some researchers believe these evenings may have helped shape human language itself. Instead of simply warning each other about danger, people could explain, teach, imagine, pass knowledge across generations. How to hunt, which plants could heal, which rivers flooded, which places should never be visited. Without books, without writing, the night became humanity's classroom. And maybe something even bigger was happening. Our imagination was waking up. Look into a campfire today. After a few minutes, your mind starts seeing shapes, faces, animals, patterns in the flames. Now imagine ancient humans doing this every single night for thousands of generations. It's easy to understand why myths, spirits, ancestors, and mysterious creatures became part of human culture. The darkness hid what people couldn't explain. Every strange sound had a story. Every shadow could become a monster. And every sunrise proved you had survived another night. But scientists discovered another fascinating clue. Even today, people sleeping outdoors in traditional societies rarely sleep the way many of us do. Instead of one long, uninterrupted sleep, they often wake several times during the night. Sometimes they sit by the fire. Sometimes they check their surroundings. Sometimes they simply listen. This pattern may reflect something ancient inside all of us. Perhaps our brains never fully forgot the nights when falling into a deep sleep could cost your life. And here's something even stranger. Humans aren't particularly fast. We don't have claws. We don't have fangs. Our night vision is terrible compared to many predators. By every rule of nature, we should have been easy prey. So why didn't we disappear? Because our greatest survival tool wasn't stronger muscles. It wasn't sharper teeth. It was each other. One person alone had little chance, but a group sharing warmth, protecting children, feeding the fire, warning each other of danger, and passing knowledge from one generation to the next became something no predator had ever faced before. Cooperation became stronger than claws, and every sunrise rewarded those who stayed together. The next time you switch off your bedroom light, take just 1 second. Imagine that same darkness, without walls, without electricity, without locks, with hungry eyes somewhere beyond the trees. That was normal life for our ancestors, every single night. Yet somehow, against impossible odds, they survived long enough for you to be here today. Maybe that's why, even after thousands of years, a crackling campfire still feels comforting, and complete silence in the dark still makes our hearts beat just a little faster. If you enjoy discovering the hidden stories that shaped humanity, subscribe and join us, because the next time you look at something ordinary, you might discover it has an ancient story far more incredible than you ever imagined.